guys. I'm here with Jonathan from Palm Beach Colubrids. Jonathan, it's so nice of you to have me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, bro.
Jonathan has some awesome stuff, you guys. So let's go ahead and launch right into the tour. What are you holding right here?
This is a hypo Chinese king rat snake.
And I've literally never even seen one of these. That's crazy.
Yeah, you can see they got like a ruby color eye too on these. It's like a more solid. Than
Yeah, it's definitely different looking.
Yeah. Yeah, these hatch out like a white color. They're almost see-through. You can see their organs and stuff inside.
Like translucent.
Really cool, like translucent.
Yeah, that's awesome. You can definitely see that with like how purple it is. A lot of snakes that are that color are like translucent when they're babies, right?
Yeah, very similar. They confuse these a lot with T positives. They always get confused. They always call T positive hypos, but this is a true hypo.
You have T positives?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can look at the T
positive. Yeah, I
positive.
definitely would love to see the difference.
T positive has a normal eye.
Okay.
Yep.
So it does look similar?
It does. Yeah, the basic overall color looks similar, but the difference is the eye and then how they hatch out when they're babies.
That's a female, right?
Yeah, this is a female. She was paired this year, so hopefully we'll be making some hypos.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
You have so many cool projects, like literally cutting edge of the stuff that you're working with. I love seeing what you're doing.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh. And look, man, she's just chilling.
Yeah.
They get a bad rap.
Crazy.
Yeah, they get a bad rap, but you know, we've pulled out quite a few already, so we're gonna pull out more and show you more.
Awesome. So, Jonathan, you were telling me that you designed some special hides. Could we have a look at those?
Yeah, these are top tier cages. My buddy Matt, great dude. I told him my idea, what I wanted to do, and sent him some drawings. And basically, this is what we came up with, this hide box here and lay box. I wanted it low profile because, you know, when we find snakes out in the wild and we go out and catch them, they're always tucked in real tight in the nooks and crannies and stuff. So I wanted to make this like where they could fit in there kind of snug.
It is low profile. That's very cool.
Yep. And I had them put the opening at that back edge because the snakes always like to ride the edge or, you know, the back of the cage, and they can find the hole very easily. So when, you know, these snakes are very skittish sometimes and secretive. So when you come into the room, a lot of the time, some of them just like to jet and they find the hole very easily. They don't bust their face up hitting anything. They just go right into their hide, which is nice.
It makes a nice platform on top when you close it too. If they, for some reason, want to go on top of that, or like a species that bast a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you wanted to, sure.
They probably don't, this species, do that a lot, right?
I mean, I've seen them. My friend Chaz over there at, what is it, More Than Morelia? He has his under basking in his back.
Yeah, some cool stuff. That's cool. Yeah, I could see like a python just sitting on top of this.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. You know, I didn't give him too much height, but I wanted to be able to stack as many as I could. I don't think the height is as necessary for him. So
yeah,
but
yeah, you definitely gave him a good amount of space to move around. Yeah, that's a very cool hive. So, what company made that?
These are top tier cages.
Top tier cages. That's really
very
cool.
Reasonable and well made. I mean, I'm super happy with them.
They made your cages too?
Yeah,
that's really
cool. They made these, and then my other ones are Tamara design.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So since we looked at the hypo, let's check out an Axanthic.
All right.
Shucks.
I'm never going to complain about seeing this. That is super cool.
Yeah.
Man.
So this one's actually 66 possible het snow.
You produced this, right?
This one, no, this one is from my buddy Adam.
Okay, well, you definitely produced Axanthics.
Yeah, I'll show you the ones I produced.
Is there a lot of people in the U.S. producing those?
No, I don't think anybody. My buddy Dalway, I think, produced some. We just proved that the two lines we think are compatible. Those are the ones that I have over here. We did a joint.
The two lines of Axanthic.
Yeah, exactly. We did a joint project. He sent me a female, and I put it to Adams, which is this line, Axanthic, to his, and it seems like all the hatchlings are starting to turn out looking Axanthic.
That's good because a lot of species have lines of Axanthic. Like ball pythons are famous for having like 5 lines of Axanthic that are not compatible.
Exactly.
That's pretty annoying.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was really good that if they are compatible, that's great because then it just open up the gene pool. Look at my hand instead.
Look at the camera guy.
Look at the belly.
I'm over here too. Don't ignore me when you want to bite stuff up and get jealous.
She just loves me.
Her eyes really stand out because of the white and the black.
Yeah.
And that red just pops right out of it.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Her belly's looking really cool too.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she's staring you down right now because you get a really good shot of her.
So she's actually been paired up with
you love me now.
She's been paired up with a T positive male that's also 66 possible het snow.
Okay.
So we might be making some snows this year. We'll see.
Man, that's cool.
Even if we hit one would be great.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But really cool.
Such a cool. This is a cool snake.
Yeah.
I like these Axanthic looking these.
So you see how this one's so speckled out like that? I think it's just like a high yellow version in Axanthic form.
I was telling you outside too. I never realized how keeled the scales are on these.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of videos of them. I never realized how rough the scales were.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the speckling too. That's very nice. I like how the pattern kind of fades towards the tail too. It gives the tail a really cool look.
Yep.
That's a cool snake.
So, yep, that's Axanthic.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Proven Axanthic line by Adam, and it's a recessive trait.
That is super cool.
Okay, let's get that T positive we were talking about.
Okay.
Let me grab a big one.
All right, cool.
Let's see here. Grab this guy.
Is this you on the wall over here?
Yeah, that's me.
That's such a good picture.
That's
awesome.
what started it. That was at the beach in Phipps Park Beach in Palm Beach Island.
Pictures are worth 1,000 words. That's really cool.
We used to find a lot of snakes. Yeah, my mom gave me that for Father's Day.
That's an amazing gift.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely means something. Okay, so this is T positive.
That is very similar.
Very similar.
The eyes are different.
The eyes are different. That's basically how you tell them apart at this age, but when they're hatchlings, there's a stark difference. The ones, like you said, the hypo is more translucent. These are just, they look albino still, but more, they're more pink when they're little.
Okay.
And then they turn more yellowy as they age.
That's good that at least you could pick them out.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So let's get a good look at the eye here. So you can see.
Oh, that's way different.
Much different. It's
absolutely.
It's like a normal eye.
And it's almost, the color's slightly different too.
Yeah.
It's like a pinkish more than a purple, it seems like, right?
Yeah, it's more like a normal colored eye almost. But
I meant like the actual scales.
Oh, the scales.
Yeah. I feel like the scale color even looks a little different.
Yeah. I mean,
the eye is definitely way different. Maybe it depends on individual pattern.
Exactly. I was gonna say, but like you can see that eye right there.
That is cool.
It's definitely way different than the hypo.
You were telling me these have very good eyesight too, right?
Oh man, yeah, they can see you from so far away. I mean, they notice any little movement. I mean, I even just peek around the corner just to try and spy on them, man, and they catch on to you like
they're
right
spying
away.
on you.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I see you, sucker.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's really cool. I think that's really a sign of intelligence too. I've noticed some of the smarter snakes have really good eyesight.
Yeah. I mean, they must be really good visual hunters, and they chase down prey. I mean, they'll just go after them. These snakes are fast.
That's got to be cool to watch during feeding.
Yeah. I feed them frozen thawed, but I move the prey item around on the tongs and they come out and they just smash it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's got to be cool to watch that behavior.
They'll usually hit and just throw a coil over and like pin it down. And some of them do a twist, like they'll hit it and they'll just twist it and then pin it. I mean, it's like they must incapacitate that prey item like right away. They twist that thing up, man. It's
cool to watch them go from, like spazzing out a little bit when you get them out to just really calm.
Nice. Yeah. They're definitely Hannibal. And, this one didn't musk. The other ones didn't musk.
I mean, literally, we've picked up, 10 since I've been here? Yeah. I've seen one musk a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I know they have that nickname or whatever, but that's not the first thing I think of when I think of king rats. I think of just like big, impressive, cool colored colubrids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. A little more intelligent too, and
yeah, that's cool. I like the intelligence and the eyesight and all that. That's really awesome.
You can hear the scales.
I was thinking
sound like a rattlesnake.
I thought it was moving its tail.
Yeah.
but it was just the
Like a
scales.
like a tail rattle.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
what it
thought it was
sounded
doing
like.
that.
I had to look at it too. I was like, oh,
That was cool. Those scales are something else. I think that might be one of the
it's like a
coolest parts that I
saw.
really didn't know about them. She's like, y'all again?
Yep.
Look how clean she looks this time because we dust her off.
Yeah.
That's amazing. She looks really nice.
Wow.
And
Looks
right?
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she looks amazing.
She's a big girl too. She's thick, man.
You were telling me that the leucistic is a bit different in king rats because they have these black spots, right?
No, yeah, well, I was saying they're similar to like the leucistic alligators because it's so noticeable on those leucistic alligators to see the black scales,
Mm-hmm.
like a little speck here and there. And I was just comparing them to that.
Yeah.
Like you can see how they have these little specks
Ooh.
here. Right
I know.
there.
I'm not a supermodel either. Work it.
Work it, work it.
Yeah, that looks absolutely amazing. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that about leucistic alligators, but that's cool. You
Oh,
dropped
come
some
on.
Florida alligator knowledge on me.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so noticeable on the alligators. Whenever I see
Yeah.
it and I look at this, I see it. Like I notice it. Um, but
Yeah, this is cool. The only thing that I can think of immediately is like an ivory ball python.
yeah,
And you said they call them ivories?
they call them ivories. Yes,
Okay.
this is called ivory.
So I don't know how to phrase this. So what makes it leucistic?
Well, I mean, they hatch out translucent looking as well. It has, the white color to it, like that. No black really
Are
on
the
it.
eyes
And
any different? Because I
I,
know leucistics usually have different
I,
eyes,
I was
right?
gonna say, yeah, the eyes are like this gray color.
Yeah, that's vastly
Yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
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 that would be definitely,
yeah,
a sign of leucism. That's
yeah.
really cool.
So, I paired this one to what they call lemon yellow.
Okay.
My friends at Colubra, they think it's compatible. They paired one up last year with a ivory and a lemon yellow, and I think the whole clutch came out with visuals, but we're not
So
sure
meaning it
what
would
they
really be the same
are.
gene.
Yeah, but it's weird because they do look somewhat different to me. We'll pull out a lemon and I'll show you. The lemon has more pattern and it does have more black on it.
So they could be
But
like on the same allele.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not really great with genetics, but they could be, compatible
I
to
have a
some
very
degree.
basic knowledge myself.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I know that allelic is obviously like they're different genes, but they could interact together,
together.
visually.
Yeah.
But if it's the same gene, they all look the same, and yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
that's why I think they do look a little different.
That would be very
So
interesting. That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
but we'll pull out one of those next. That way you can see.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So yeah, so she was paired. Hopefully they bred. I didn't witness it, but they were all nice and cozy inside those hide boxes. So
Do you palpate these guys or just like eyeball them or
yeah, I mean I don't really. I mean you just put them together and keep them
wait?
just keep pulling them in and out because they can eat each other.
Okay, they are
So
king rats, so they eat
yeah,
other snakes.
right. And so they can eat each other. So I usually try and keep them in for a few days at a time and then separate them, feed them, put them back together. Um, but this year I've been having awesome success already with breeding. Like the males were cruising. I picked up a female, put her in, and the male's been like on them right away.
That's awesome.
So I've seen like 3 or 4 visual locks now. So there's a good possibility if everyone else was ovulating and breeding that this one probably bred too.
What do you incubate these eggs at?
I do it at 80 degrees.
80.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Some people say they like to go less, like 78.
That's so those temperatures are so awesome to me. Like that's really cool.
Yeah, because you're used to like 90 degree.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
88. Yeah.
88.
Yeah. 87, 88.
Yeah, you can pretty much just put them in the room and do it. I do have an incubator that I keep them in, but
Yeah, just to control it.
yeah. But I think even if I just stuck them on a shelf in here, they'd probably hatch out just fine.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But this is a really cool snake, super rare in the U.S. My buddy Mike Anthony just produced a clutch last year, first ivories
Mm-hmm.
in the U.S. And I actually got a male from him because this is a female. So I figured, hey, I need a male.
Yeah.
So, especially if these other ones don't end up being compatible. But I raised up a bunch of hets now that I could have bred males back to this female, but we did it for the sake of science to
Okay.
see.
You got to when you're a
Yeah,
pioneer like that.
yeah,
So if you have a bunch of hets too, then your stuff's about to start getting really crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah. I
awesome.
got a lot of double hets too, which is cool.
That's amazing.
But yeah, and I just keep that bedding in there. It's just cocoa
Okay.
fiber in there.
Yeah, so cocoa fiber and it's just
Yeah,
like soft and they lay on it.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then I saw your bedding for the cages is like
So
a
that's,
mix of sand.
yep, it's a mix of play sand with the coconut core.
That's
Same
really
stuff.
cool, and just some cork and a hide. Yeah.
I mean, it really it works great. That sand, like when they poop on that, it clumps up so nice.
Almost like cat litter.
Exactly. It's so easy to spot clean and stuff. And
That's cool. I like how you design your
excellent.
stuff for efficiency,
Yeah.
even with these bowl holders and
Yep.
all this different stuff, because when you're managing a large collection, you got to think about stuff like that.
Exactly.
Time is of the essence, you know.
And these snakes are so big and powerful. When you put water bowls down, they love to knock them over and get in them and get them dirty. These raised ones like this and the ones we designed over here with top tier, I love those a lot. Yeah,
I
the
like
throwaway
these that you
cups.
just pull them out. Yeah.
Yep, yep. Those are really nice, and man, it just makes the water last a lot longer because they're not in it getting dirty and
They're not knocking it over.
not making a mess. Yeah, it's just so much easier. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very efficient.
Yeah, yeah. And now this is here. We'll pull out T negative albino,
Okay.
and then I also have one of those ruby eyes. That's a ruby eyed albino.
Okay.
So
That's one of the ones that's checking us out.
yeah,
I've
you know Da Vinci boas.
heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're buddies of mine. Rich, dude, this is his stick.
Okay. Do they make something for feeding or something like that?
They-
This dude keeps
Yes,
telling me.
that's him.
My
Yes.
buddy Jay keeps telling me about. He gives it to
Probiotics
his
or
snakes.
something like
Yeah,
that.
he's like it gets their appetite going.
Yes, I
Yeah.
heard of that. Yeah, he does make a formula.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he's got some awesome boas. I figured you'd probably know him.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'll have to look at them more.
Yeah, but this is T negative albino. You seen the other ones had more of the pink and like purpley color in there.
Yeah.
These are more white and yellow, and then their eyes different. And they got the pink pupil, but the iris is like a light pink.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
So
I like the look of this.
yep.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So she paired to the male, which is double visual for T-neg albino and the ruby eye genetic that my friend Mike just proved out. Mike Anthony proved out last year as a separate gene, because the normal ones hatched out, you know, looking normal with this ruby eye, and then he got some of the albinos with the ruby eye, and I think albinos that look normal.
That's really cool.
So yeah, so if you can get a good look at the eye, and when we pull out the ruby-eyed albino, you'll be able to see the difference. And you see how the white and yellow on this one instead of like the lavender
absolutely.
color?
Yeah, I don't see the lavender at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely white and yellow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like the striping too.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah. So unless you know this stuff, it's very easy to confuse what's out there. You know.
It's good that someone like you is paying attention to establish all these different things.
Yeah. Yeah. Colubra, Mike Anthony.
They're very nice too. I've talked to them.
Very great, knowledgeable people and good breeders. So they've taught me a lot of stuff. So we'll pull out that ruby-eyed albino, the double visual.
Okay.
Take a look at that one. Yeah, and that one actually, I got it from Jonathan Parker.
Okay.
And he actually originally got it from Mike Anthony, which when I got it, I was like, oh, sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, I got one of Mike's snakes.
Would you say that Mike's like a pioneer of king rats?
Yeah, he's been doing it a long time.
That's awesome. Yeah, I just
he's
recently found his page, like I was saying.
Really, Mike's awesome, dude.
It was very cool stuff on there.
So this is T negative albino, right?
Very similar looking.
Right. So basically, it's identical except for
The eye.
yes. Look at the eye on this thing. Get a good
Way
view,
different.
right?
Way different.
That's what they call ruby eye.
Okay, so like
it's
the
a
whole eye is a ruby color.
exactly. Yeah, it almost looks like the hypo eye, very similar to the hypo eye, but the babies hatch out like a. They're not completely normal. They got like a washed out side on them, and they almost have a little bit of a purpley translucent kind of hue to them.
Mm-hmm.
But as they age, they kind of look a little bit more normal, I think. But there's definitely something going on with it just besides the eye being ruby. There's something else to it. So
That's so cool.
yeah, maybe he can play with that and figure out something cool that'll pair up with help express more.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's cool that you get to do that. It's like you must just spend time just sitting there thinking about your next pairing. You're like,
Yeah.
where can I go with this? You know, and
Yep.
that's cool. I like challenges, and pioneering something like this is really a challenge. You know,
Yeah.
because you get to piece all that together, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
Do some mental Tetris.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I never really was a morph guy, but the King Rats got me into that just because I like them so much.
I like them a lot.
It's been fun.
I never realized really that there was this many looks in King Rats. It's like whatever you want, it's there. You know, and that's really cool. I never thought that.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. So if he does, he sired that one right there, which I seen him lock up. I witnessed it. That was
Which one?
where the one next to the T negative albino.
Okay.
I'll get a bunch of visual. They'll all be visual T negative albino babies,
Mm-hmm.
but they'll all be 100% het for the ruby eye, which is cool.
Okay.
Yep.
That's cool.
And then
yeah.
I also
so ruby eyes recessive.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. And then I also paired him. I got 2 females that are 66 possible het ruby eye. So we'll see if we get some of those.
Nice.
Yep. All right. So this is the Hangdong Mountain. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but probably not.
So what'd you call it?
Hangdong Mountain. It's a locality. Hangdong Mountain.
Okay. Cool. Sounds right to me.
Hey, that's what we're going with. Okay.
Let's go.
And these are really, really pretty.
So this is just a locality?
Yes. It's like pink.
I like this already.
Yeah, these are probably one of my favorites, actually.
That's insane.
Yeah. So.
And this is not in shed?
No. See how pink it is?
Yeah, it looks like it's almost like going into a shed. That is pink underneath, so that's just the color.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. That's such a cool mixture of color right there. That's amazing.
These snakes came a long way. They got super comfortable with me. They must like it.
Yeah.
They were pretty wild in the beginning, but they're pretty good.
Is this one a wild caught snake?
Yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, your other stuff's probably only F1s, F2s, anyways, or is it further than that?
I got some of them that are probably like F2s.
Okay.
But
this is literally a wild caught king rat snake. That's so cool.
This is a male. I got a female. She's a lot darker. She doesn't have as much of the pink, but they'll still make some really nice offspring, I'm sure.
So we got this snake outside now, and you can really see the colors on it, and that looks absolutely amazing. That is so cool. This is such a unique snake.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's any of these in the U.S.
Definitely my first time seeing one, but a lot of the stuff you're showing me is my first time seeing it. So
yeah,
you know, it's all the stuff you're working with is cool, but this is particularly unique.
Yeah, I mean, I was a locality guy at heart too, so I love all the locality stuff. So,
and obviously, you said you have a pair of these.
Yes, yeah,
that is awesome. So you can keep that locality going.
Yeah,
that is cool. That's absolutely amazing. It looks great. Perfect lighting.
I love it.
That is cool, and their eyesight is so good.
Yeah, and look at that elliptical pupil. Can you see it?
Let's see. So when you say elliptical,
like cat looking.
Okay.
See? This snake's being
That's
cool
crazy.
as hell.
That really is cool. Look at you. Yeah, you're awesome. That is super cool.
Let's see, Fujians. We'll do some Fujians. Why not? These are cool. I produced these already.
Is this a locality also?
This is Fujian province. They call them like coastals.
Okay.
And they're very similar to the Yonaguniensis in look.
Yonaguniensis is the Japanese king rat.
Correct.
Nice. Look at
And
me.
they come off the island of Yonaguni and off Japan.
Cool.
But Taiwan is just to whatever that is, south, or I'm not even sure the direction. But Taiwan also has a phenotype that looks very similar to the Yonaguniensis.
That's cool.
And these guys are like very not too far off the coast. These Fujian province is not very far from Taiwan.
Okay.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with intergrades or anything like that, but they definitely have a different look to them. And you'll see that right now. And I've got Yonaguniensis too. We could pull those out as well.
Oh, that's cool. They're awesome too.
Yeah. So
I see what you mean. It almost looks like a Chinese king rat mixed with a Japanese king rat.
Yeah, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really cool.
And they're usually kind of patternless. It's weird. Some of the, these gave me eggs already before. And I have 2 females. One clutch, they're all kind of the same phenotype look to them when they're babies. And then another clutch of the female, which I have her marked as possibly het. I don't know if there's anything yet, but I have some of the offspring are pink and some of them are green.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So I'm raising them all up to see how they're going to turn out. And these, when I got them, they were already at the point where they were going through their ontogenesis. So I wasn't able to know how they looked as hatchlings,
Do king rats typically go through a color change?
Oh, a heavy duty color change.
I had no clue.
Oh yeah, I'll show you what babies. I got babies. I'll show you what they
Awesome.
look like. Well, yeah, I got some that maybe they're not super babies yet, but they definitely look a lot different.
Okay.
You wouldn't even know probably it was the same snake.
That's cool. Yeah, that you taught me something else. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I like the tail on this one.
Yeah.
How it just completely changes color right by the cloaca.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, they have that nice golden tail.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Like the coach whip type,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Transition.
whip look and tail.
Yeah.
The bellies are super cool
the
too.
whip look, yeah.
Yeah. That's a cool snake.
It's actually being good too, because normally these are pretty pissy.
They knew I was coming.
I think she's ovulating too. I don't think I'm going to pair them this year.
Yeah.
Just because I got some that I'm holding back already, and I don't really care to sell any right now.
Yeah.
But I just got so much that I'm doing right now that I need to just chill with those.
Okay.
But I'll show you those babies too when we get a chance.
Yeah.
So that's that. Oh, we didn't pull out the lemon.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to pull out when we had the ivory out.
Okay.
So let me grab this. This is a lemon. This is the one that might be compatible with the ivory or the leucistic.
Okay.
They definitely look different, but they're similar.
That's exactly what I'm looking to see is, how different they look. I'm seeing a lot more black spots immediately.
Yes, like pattern.
Yeah, there is. It's literally a pattern.
Yep. More yellow, maybe.
That's crazy. So that's crazy. So they definitely look different.
Yeah. They got the same kind of color eye. Sorta.
Yeah.
Sort of the eye is kind of similar.
Yeah.
But definitely more black.
Way more black.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally a pattern going down.
And I had a feeling like years ago that these were possibly compatible with the ivory.
Yeah.
And when I brought that up to Colubrids, they did the first test, but I think there's a possibility because then they bred them the first time. They had all normal looking babies when they paired these two, but it could have been holding sperm from a previous.
Retained. So
we weren't sure. So when they did it again the second year, then they got all these other babies that were like visual, but they don't look like.
Do they look like either one?
No.
So it's probably allelic.
Like you said, it's probably allelic or something. I don't know. I'm not very good with genetics.
I'm really not either. That's like literally the extent of my knowledge. I'm
So,
pushing it to the limits right now to try and figure this out with you.
So hopefully I paired up these this year, so hopefully I can get some lemons. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a really cool
US because everything coming out of China is coming out of these farms. So
I might like the look of this better than the ivory. It's definitely different. They're both cool.
Yeah, they're both.
I really think it's just different. But yeah, I like the black going down is actually really cool.
It would kind of be cool if they are compatible too. I made T positive ivories.
Okay.
So any black. So picture T positive, it's going to be albino. It's just going to clean up this color, probably make it look more white and yellow. But then any type of black on there is going to be pink.
Nice.
So that'd be cool looking, dude. I mean, it's
That'll
going to
be
be bright
crazy.
pink looking. Yeah. It should look sick.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Imagine that snake being like more white and brighter yellow with all
pink
pink, dude, on
blotches.
there.
That'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, I've never been like, I like good looking snakes.
Yeah.
I've never been super like morph mind, like thinking about morphs.
See how they know right where to go? Sorry, I didn't mean
Yeah,
to
that
cut
was
you
no,
off.
you're totally good. It shows that your setup is working,
No.
but it's like the possibilities and seeing where your plans are going and stuff. It's
Mhm.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'd be happy once because I held so much back. It's like it's a lot of work, holding all
Yeah.
those clutches of big snakes back. It's just
Yeah, absolutely.
they
True.
eat. But
A lot of feeding, a lot of
yep,
work.
yep.
Yeah.
What else do we got? Oh, I think these are Dequenensis.
What's that?
These are another locality.
Okay.
They're from it's Yunnan province, but more restricted to a place called Dequen.
Okay.
And they're high elevation.
Is that still China?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
China.
So all these localities are still China.
Yeah. That's what
which is obviously a big place.
And they almost there's different looks, man, from that area. These look Axanthic to me.
They
and
do.
I've proved out babies from them, and the babies do look just like the parents. So it's a good possibility that it is like a recessive gene, but I've got some another Dequenensis that I was able to get. It's a totally different looking phenotype. It's more like orange looking, red.
Yeah.
But it still has all the bands. And the Dequenensis, because you see the top of the head, how it has those looks like Chinese writing or something.
Yeah.
They have like this little dots and lines. That's typical with Dequenensis.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's wild because for every different color king rat, there's different color eyes to go with it. That's really cool.
So out of this Dequen place, I've seen like 3 different types of phenotypes. There's this color here. There's like a green, like an olivey green kind of color, and then there's like a reddish color. So, and there's so much that needs to be done, and not enough information out there.
I was going to say, how would you even educate yourself? You'd have to just be judging what comes out of that.
You'd
right?
have to talk to people on the ground, but I think the area where these come from, it's super mountainous and more farm village. It's off the grid more, so you don't get any good information from there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's probably part of the problem.
At least we got the snakes from there.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
And I'm still hanging on the babies from these.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
They do have a cool natural kind of Axanthic look.
Yeah. That male's been all over her. He's locked up with her twice.
Awesome.
Let's see. Had some problems with a lot of kinks in some of the babies with these. I just think it's from being inbred too much, That's why I need to get. I'm hoping that one that I have is going to do good. It's still in quarantine and stuff, but if I can get some new genetics in,
cool,
help build that
hopefully
bloodline
so.
back up, and do better with the offspring.
Nice.
All right, let's see here. Axanthic, lemon, Yona. I think this Yona's in my big male. I think he's in shed. Yep, he's deep in shed. I'll let you take a look at this guy.
Okay, so this would be a Japanese king rat.
Yeah, he's in shed, so he's not looking very great right now.
They're still so cool looking. That's awesome.
But I'll pull out one that I got from Mike Anthony.
Cool. These are cool. These are really cool snakes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He still looks really cool even in shed.
And you kind of see the similarity between the Fujian province and these. They look similar.
I definitely see it.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's weird. It is like a mixture, like I was saying.
A lot of the Yona Gunniensis have on the top of their head scale, they have like a dot or a little line too, and that's kind of common with those. It's just a single, or like usually 2 together on the top of the scale. Let's see if this one has it. This is one I'm raising up. Don't jump on me. All right. See how the younger ones, they're definitely more flighty. It takes time. Yeah. Takes time to get them calmed down, but after working with them for a few years, they seem to get used to you. And even after holding this one for a little bit,
Keep your reflexes on point.
yeah.
I was gonna say maybe you're the one that's agile. Yeah, definitely. She was ready to get out of there, but it was the way that you had to get her out of the court to
Yeah,
her high. She
yeah,
was happy in there.
yeah, exactly. I
Yeah,
pissed her off,
yeah.
but yeah, this is from Mike Anthony, one of his hatchlings. He's produced quite a few of these, which are awesome. He's got a little bit of diverse genes, so
They are a lot brighter when they're not in shed.
yeah,
They're super cool looking. They look cool with shed too.
yeah. I think
You can see the
this,
difference between her and the male.
yeah, and I believe this one is 50% unrelated to my male, which is pretty good.
That's
And so,
amazing.
yeah,
When you're working a project like
yeah,
that not a lot of people have.
yeah,
Just finding anything unrelated is
exactly.
a
It's
plus.
super hard.
Yeah.
Does this one have any lines on the top of its head? Oh, yep, there it is. 2 dots on this one.
That's cool.
Yeah. Remember I was saying?
Wow. Yeah, that's cool.
I didn't even remember or not, but they are cool, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they seem to usually, I don't know, my Japan ones seem to be a lot more chill than some of the other ones.
Really?
My Fujian province, though, seemed to be the worst. Like attitudes, but and she wasn't even that bad when I brought her out.
That's
but
good.
For a while, they were like just super pissed off, man.
You don't see a lot of snakes from Japan in the U.S. at all, period.
Yeah.
So it's cool that
Yeah.
these are here. And there's Japanese king rats, then there's Japanese rat snakes too, right?
Yeah,
Which is a
yeah.
completely different thing.
The Kunashire Island or Kunashire Island.
I think
Which
these
I
king
used to
rats are
have
real
those.
pretty. That does not surprise me at all that you did. Yeah. That's why I brought it up to see if you knew anything about them. But yeah, these are, I like how the king rats look a lot. They're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a snake you don't see very often. Yeah, that's super cool.
A nice, healthy baby too. Mike produces some really nice stuff, man.
So this one right here is a double het?
Yeah, so this is double het. This one is T positive mixed with leucistic,
That's
which
awesome.
is the ivory. So these probably have one more year before I can produce that. We'll produce some T positive leucistics, hopefully.
Okay.
And should be pretty cool, depending on how much black specks are on those leucistic animals. Any little black dot or speck should be pink, which would be cool, like an all white snake, white and yellow with some pink spots on them. Specks would be kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be really cool.
Yeah, the ivories do, like mine is an exceptionally clean one, my female that we had out earlier, but some of the ivories do have a little bit more black behind the head. Not a lot, but sometimes more than what that one has. So that'd be kind of cool too. Like, you know, the pink right behind the head would be kind of neat.
In this case, that'd probably be good.
It would be good. Yeah, it'd be good. I like the clean look in the regular ivory with no less black, you know, as less black as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, in that case with the T positive added to it, it'd be nice to have that in there.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
Get the pink, you know.
That's a cool project.
Yep.
What's some other stuff that you're working on that you're excited about? Because I know that you have a lot of cool king rat projects.
Yep, I got snows. I got these possible hets or 66 possible het snows. I think we pulled them out earlier.
Okay.
But then I ended up doing, I thought it would be cool to add T negative to Axanthic for T negative snows instead of the T positive, because the T negative is naturally more white and yellow. So I was looking for that more white and pink snake. I think it would help enhance more of a white and pink than the T positive snow. I think you'd probably get more of that. So that's these right here, and I held back all of them. I think I might have sold 2 at Daytona.
Lucky people who got those.
Yeah, well, the dude who got them actually lost the male, got out.
Oh no!
And you can't find it. Like this one just must. I mean, you see how these younger snakes are more definitely flighty.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's he's tagging you a little bit.
I mean, look how pretty that snake.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Like how vocal they are.
You're tough, dude. You got me. You stink though, that's for sure. But this is what people got to deal with sometimes, and then they get frustrated because they think the snake's just going to stay that way the whole time. But
you know what? I've always prided myself in being more stubborn than the snake.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me, dude. Like that little bite right there.
Yeah.
I'll just
And they don't have
You
super
show
big
'em-
teeth, right?
Yeah, you just kind of show them the bottom. Eventually, they'll just stop. See, like,
He's
okay,
like, okay, you're not
yeah,
eating
I'm the
me.
boss, dude. I'm the
Yeah.
boss here.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
but
It comes down to that. It's like, are you going to let the snake win the battle of perseverance?
exactly, yeah,
You know, that's kind of my same strategy with taming stuff out.
And you know, and people say, "Oh, you might stress them out or whatever," but these snakes are freaking tough, dude.
I also
These snakes are.
I agree with that. I believe that it's better if you're talking about like the stressing them out argument or whatever.
Yeah,
It's better they be stressed for a short period of time than their whole
the
life.
whole life, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And look, I guarantee you, give the snake a few minutes, and it's gonna calm down.
Yeah, absolutely. He's already calming down a
Yeah,
little bit.
he's
Even though
focused on the
he's
camera.
looking at the camera, but still,
Yeah,
but he's still calmed down a bit.
yeah,
You know, he's stopped focusing on you. He
yeah.
realized you're not eating him, but the camera might. Yeah, so that is a very distinct
Mhm,
musk. It
mhm.
really is. It's very unique,
Yeah.
and I don't even know how to describe it.
Stinky.
It does stink. It does
Yeah.
definitely stink.
I mean,
They're so they're so cool.
See, I mean how fast they are, dude.
Yeah, they're very fast. But yeah, they're so cool that it's like that's definitely worth putting up with the musk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because to tame something like this out and then to end up with those cool adults that you showed me,
Yeah.
worth it to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
It's worth it. The reward.
If you're worried about something like that and
Yeah.
you're thinking about getting one of these, don't let that deter you.
Yeah.
You know.
And these are young snakes. You know, these are 2024s.
Nice.
So,
This is like a yearling.
Yeah.
Wow. It's cool how much size it has on it already too. It's really cool. How big do these hatch out?
Getting closer to 2 years, but
Okay.
but they hatch out pretty big. Like if you're familiar with like bull snakes,
I'm not really.
No, they're big. They hatch out quite big. They can almost eat like a fuzzy mouse.
Okay.
So
yeah,
depends on the species. Like the Dequenensis, they're smaller species. They stay smaller, so they hatch out smaller. Yeah, look, now he's chill. They hatch out smaller, so those guys, you know, start off on pinkies, and I usually start them off on like fuzzies, you know, the bigger ones, and then go to hoppers as fast as possible. These are a year, so I think this one just shed. I had her because when I feed them, I want to know who is in shed, so I don't.
2025s.
Yes.
Cool.
So let's see how they look. So these are Axanthic. Here, actually, let me put this up here. Throw that in there. I'll clean their cage while I got it open.
Cool.
But look at that, dude.
So what is this?
So this is an Axanthic. These are the first ones that we paired with the two lines of Axanthic, the Dawei and Adams line. And so far, all the babies look like this.
That is cool.
I'll show you. Let me get you like a normal one. Let's see. Okay, this one's good. I'll put you one. These are T-neg Axanthic, so they're double het for possible snow, or they will be snow.
Nice.
So let me show you the difference. See how these are yellow already?
Yes.
They're same age, so that's kind of what I'm going off of. I'm pretty sure those would have already started turning yellow.
Okay.
And they haven't. And it's not just like I got one like that. It's every single one out of the clutch is like that.
Nice.
So pretty sure those are Axanthics, which is killer, dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
Killer.
I like these tub sizes too that you have.
Yeah, the 5540
yeah,
ARS.
These are nice. Very long, a lot of room.
Yep.
I like they're clear for some visibility.
So let's see. We'll grab them both out and put them side by side here.
The babies have so much attitude. It's so cool.
They just don't bite each other, but there you go for comparison. How's that lighting?
It's great.
Is it?
Yeah, it's great.
Let's see if I can get them up here for you. Yep.
Yeah, they're beautiful. That is cool. That is a very cool shot to compare.
Yeah, and then the bellies, how they look the same. The bellies look the same.
Very similar. Yeah. That is cool.
But definitely, there's definitely a difference here with these.
Very different.
Yeah. What sucks is I only got 2 females, so I gave one to Dawei and I kept one, which is okay. But the rest are males. But the males some of them are just freaking gorgeous looking, man.
Can you sex them out pretty quick upon hatching?
Right away. Like right away. Pop them right away.
Nice.
And I'll show you a baby leucistic.
Okay.
I just got from Mike Anthony.
Awesome.
Yeah, doing awesome. And I'll show you how they're kind of, they're also almost translucent looking.
Wow.
So then they gain all that yellow,
Okay,
so
yeah,
you
that
can kind of
looks
see the
very
colors.
translucent and cool.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the stuff in the stomach in there. And
Yeah.
organs.
Yeah, I can see the organs.
Yeah.
And it's definitely capturing it on the camera too.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Beautiful snake, man.
Very beautiful.
So he's doing great too. He's eating like a champ, growing. He's got like an orange scale right there.
I
don't
see
know
that.
what's up
That's
with that.
random. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's cool.
He's
yeah.
got another one that's got a patch of orange like that, like
Wonder how
right
that'll look
behind
as
the
an
head.
adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the head too.
Well, his look very similar to mine. To my female, that big female we had out.
So you think the orange spot will stay, or you think it'll turn black?
I think it's gonna stay.
That's cool.
Yeah. Why it's orange, I don't know. It should be black.
Yeah, that's cool though. That makes it even cooler. Yeah.
So I don't know. It's wild.
That is wild.
You just never know, dude. So yep, that's what a baby leucistic looks like. Oh, and I might as well show you aneries too.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think we even looked at aneries.
Okay, no, we did not.
No. So I'll pull out two of them. One I produced and one came from my buddy Adam, which they're both from his line. That's where the original aneries came from. So
wow,
one's a little less in age. So you can see it's
they
starting.
look very different.
Yeah, so as this one gets older, it's going to get more yellow.
Okay.
They start off like completely gray,
like
a light gray color when they're born. And then they eventually, the yellow comes in and they get darker. So remember I was showing you the female we had out that was really black?
Yep.
Well, these all have a silver eye, but they tend to get that jet black, like ink black, saturated black scales. Like the contrast is so, from the yellow to that black, it's just like it pops. And that's because the anery takes out all that red pigmentation. So they almost have like some of the black, I would say, is more muddier up in the normal. And when you take that red out of it, that muddy brick kind of color out of it, it just makes that black like,
I love that look.
Super dark.
I love that look. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
And that's interesting how they start off as one color and then start picking up some of that yellow.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yep. These snakes, like the high yellows, are basically normals, just with more yellow in them.
Yeah.
So what happens is with these, the ones that are more banded and like thinner striped, then the high yellows tend to be more speckled out. When it's transferred over to the anery, the ones that are high yellow look more silvery.
Yeah.
For some reason, because probably they're higher yellow. And then these are more dark jet black, like an overall black, more black snake.
That's really cool.
But it's weird. You'd think it's kind of weird because you would think the yellow would just show up yellow, since yellow shows up yellow on these. But for whatever reason, I believe like the high yellow animals just look more silvery on those. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Doesn't really logically make sense, but when you see them, there's definitely a difference.
Yeah, that's cool.
I had a pair of adults. Actually, I lost the female, and I gave the male to my friend. And the female, there was like two different phenotypes of the anery. One was more silver looking, and then the one was definitely darker. I remember I was telling you about the Fujians that had that crazy clutch with the two different colors.
You were.
One's green, one's pink. I wrote them on here.
Sweet.
So let's see what we got here. I can't remember. I want to make sure I look at them good, because some of these have been eaten better. I've always had a little bit of a problem with some of these Fujians. That's a pink one, and then here's a green one.
So they're a bit hard to get started.
I feel like they are for me. I don't know why. Some have been a pain in the butt, and that one's more green looking.
Yeah, that's wild.
Right? Like,
yeah. I see this one has an entirely pink undertone.
Yep. So grab that one.
Yeah, and that one's definitely much more green.
Yep. Now, what is that about?
That is weird. All clutch mates.
Yeah, clutch mates.
That's weird.
I'm glad I'm having a lot better luck with this 2025 clutch, like eating and getting good and growing.
I don't have
properly.
any gene knowledge to explain this.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
I mean,
really cool.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just two different phenotypes and they were just kind of like the adults had it.
Hmm.
I'm not sure, or if it's just polygenetic or whatever. I don't know, but I'm gonna grow them out. I want to see what they look like as adults, like how different they look.
I like your dedication to holdbacks to check out certain things and explore the differences.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So, and I didn't get that. Which one was this? This was the green one, right?
Green, yeah.
And it's funny, only one of the females, they both bred the same male, and only one of the females dropped that type of clutch though.
That's
so
cool.
It's definitely something going on, dude.
That's really weird. So
Yeah.
it's maybe the mom's carrying something.
Could be that's why
that's
I wrote
cool.
I wrote possible het on her just so I know which one it is. See right here.
And you said they go through a color change?
Possible het. Yeah.
I wonder if it's almost like green tree pythons where some come out yellow and some come out red.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Let's see. Here's a nice one. This one's a year older. This one was how the pink ones look. But you can see it's starting to get that.
That's cool. Forbidden Cinnabon right here. That is a cool looking snake. So this is how the pink ones are aging?
Yeah, from the year before.
That's cool. That's a cool look.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah. It's a lot smaller than they should be, but
As you
they're
said,
still
they're
they look good. I
to
mean, they look
Are the adults typically smaller?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, so maybe it's a small locality. Yeah?
That's what I thought, but I think I've seen pictures of some that look like the coastal Fujians that were big. So I'm not really sure, but in my experience, the females, we had them out before, aren't very big.
Yeah.
But
okay, maybe it's a small locality, or maybe they want some weird food as babies or something. So in the wild, king rats would be eating mostly other snakes, or
they eat other snakes, rodents, birds.
But they are called king rat snakes.
Yeah.
So they do probably eat a lot of rodents
They
too,
do, yeah. Yeah, they eat rodents.
Okay.
I think I saw a video of one eating something like some kind of rodent.
That's cool.
But I feed them chicks too, quail.
That's awesome. So they just crush anything.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, this one's very well behaved. It's a male?
This one, female.
Oh, okay.
What I needed was a
gentleman
male.
and a scholar, but it's a female. She's a lady. There we go.
But you could tell they're more patternless, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of have more of a patternless.
Yeah, the whole second half of the body.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Kind of like just blends into it as they age.
That is amazing. Like how she's trying to hide in her own corals.
Yeah.
Can I go in there? So cool. Was that the scales again that made that noise?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm really liking the Axanthic.
There's one that's super pink looking. That's a really nice one. They're all so nice.
Nuts, yeah.
They're all so nice, dude. And I'll show you all of them. There's no yellow on them at all. And at this age, they should start to show, usually around the head and under the chin, they show yellow. But there's not a bit of yellow on these.
What is this one?
An Axanthic.
Just an Axanthic?
Yeah, it's the one from that joint project, Dawei Adam line.
Cool. That's awesome.
There's one in here that's really cool, dude. It's like super pink head. I think it's.
It almost looked like the Unigoniensis. I think I just butchered how you pronounce that.
Yeah, the Unigoniensis. No, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It
was close.
Yeah, it was good.
Do you agree with that? That it almost looks like that a little bit?
That's the crazy one, dude. Look at that head.
Looks nuts, yeah. That is crazy looking.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's a beautiful snake. I like this one a lot.
If it could just stay like that, would be cool. But black and white would be cool. But if it kept that pink head, would be sick.
So this one will be black and white.
Yeah, should be. That's what I'm thinking. I'm holding them back because I want to see. So a lot of these males are going to be for sale. I'll probably keep maybe one or two for myself.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are going to be for sale.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You guys hear that? You should get some. So it's like, what color do they hatch out as?
I wish I had one to show you.
Because this is like an in-between stage, right?
Kind of, yeah. They kind of hatch out more like this. You know, I don't have any hatchlings, but probably a little
Very
bit more
light.
brown. Like this one is a possible het anery.
Like really light brown, almost a
Yeah.
tan orangish color.
Yeah.
So, and then it would go from this to black and white.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is a significant change.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Even the one from Dawei line, the original one that I had gotten, started to get a little bit of yellow on it, and then it disappeared, and then turned black and white. So there, Adam says it's like Mandarin rat snakes. I don't know if you're familiar with the Axanthic Mandarin rat snakes, but
I've seen them. Yeah.
those babies also hatch out black and yellow. It looks like a high yellow, and then the yellow fades and it turns black and white.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I actually have. My son has some of those in his room. I should pull them out. They're beautiful. Here's another Axanthic. I'm going to show you. I split the clutch with Dawei, but these are the ones I held back. See, there's another one. No yellow on it at all.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's the entire clutch is like that.
That's
so
amazing.
I'm pretty positive, man. If they're compatible, that's freaking killer, dude. You know, I mean, that seems the way it's going.
If they're not and it upsets you, you can just send them to me.
There's another one right there. Yeah.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, the worst case scenario, they're both 100% het for both.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah. Not a bad outcome right there.
Nah.
Yeah.
So let's check this out. So these are patternless. These are holdback male patternless because I got a nice female patternless.
Okay.
And I really want to pair up patternless to patternless. So check these things out.
They are
dude.
so fast.
Dude.
Insane.
Dude, look at these. How pretty these are.
These are nuts.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I like the patternless look.
Yeah, it's clean.
That is clean.
I either like the totally patternless or I like a thick black stripe.
Yeah,
like
okay.
Either one, or, you know, like
heavy pattern.
Heavy on either side. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
So, but these are sick. I cannot wait to get these big enough. Probably another year and they'll be ready to rock and roll.
Nice. Jonathan's not doing anything halfway. Full pattern, no pattern.
And holding back these ones that hatch out and they're like yellow looking.
Okay.
So I really want to try and make some yellow looking animals. And these are them here. So
okay.
Let's see. This one. Let's pull these out. That'll be the first one. So that's a holdback of the kind of more yellow.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then
yeah.
That's
that looks very yellow.
Yeah. And then this one here. So these are my two best yellows. This one has a super thick black stripe. I like it.
Yeah, it's like it's a very light green mixed with yellow.
Yellow, yeah. It's not typical dark green.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So
that's amazing.
I love this one. They're both nice, but when you get them up and you see their sides even like that.
Yeah, the sides are straight yellow. Yeah. It's almost like a split half and half snake, like green, a little bit on the top. Yeah. Because it does, that fade's coming down too.
Yep. And it's even got that little bit of a bluish kind of head. But I just hope they get
what
more
did the parents
yellow
look
and
like?
yellow. So you remember that weird, crazy looking one?
Yeah.
That I showed you? That's like an off color.
Mm-hmm.
It's that one and a times a blue male.
Wow. So you get something that looks a little different. Look where you can go with it.
Yep.
That is cool. I love these things. These are cool. It's such cool snakes. That horn coming off their head is so cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I love these, man.
They're cool snakes.
And then these are, unfortunately, I don't have a really yellow female, but I kept the best one that I thought would do it for these. I don't know why. Not that I need another male, but I just wanted to keep these. I don't know.
Yeah, I would.
I like
these
them.
Are amazing.
And I'll pull out this female here. So you can see she's like blue and yellow.
That's weird too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all three, like blue, green, and yellow. Yeah. That's cool.
So I just thought that'd be kind of cool to maybe pair that up.
Very cool. It's bizarre. I've never seen anything like that. That's cool.
I think this one's gonna have a blue. I think this one's gonna have the blue back. It seems like it's got. I got a male that has a blue back, and this one looks like it's gonna have that blue back. Of course, when they get older, some of these ones that were green as babies too, they end up turning blue. It's crazy, dude.
That
Some
is
I've
cool.
had one take 3 years and it went from green, like a greenish color, like this, to solid freaking blue.
That's weird.
It's crazy.
I never knew that could happen. That's
Yeah.
cool. Still a lot to be figured out with these too, then.
I mean, I've tried to figure it out, but there's just not enough information. Like enough. I contacted one of the guy from Rare Genetics, and I told him everything that I was doing and like the results. And he says it looks very promising that blue is recessive,
Mm-hmm.
but there's still not enough data really to say for 100% if it is.
Okay.
So
That's cool.
I'm
that
just
you're
going
working
with
on
that. Yeah, I'm just going
Yeah.
with that and whatever, man. But like here, I'll show you this patternless female is who I want to breed that those males to. Dude, they have a crazy feeding response.
I see.
And it's weird. It's like
This is an insanely blue snake too. Like ocean blue. That's just crazy.
yeah. But you see, she's nice and patternless, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. She's lacking that black that you were talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, that is cool.
So I think the two patternless together should probably produce a lot more patternless. I would hope.
Cool.
We'll see. Yeah,
That
we'll
is
see.
amazing. Yeah,
So if
hopefully
somebody
so.
says, "Oh, I want a patternless," well,
Yeah, that's amazing.
yeah,
Whether it's recessive or polygenic, you probably
yeah,
reproduce it. So.
yeah. I mean, it's got a little hint going from the neck back, a little hint of some black there, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
They're like these ones are super tame, but their feeding response is crazy. Yes. Okay.
Where are Barons racers from? South America?
Smell me? Yeah, they're from South America, like Argentina, Bolivia, Paraguay.
Okay.
Mostly Argentina, though. The Chaco Valley, it's like deserty there, dude.
Yeah, because I was
It's
going
like-
to say you have like a nice arid environment built for
Yeah,
them.
yeah, it's dry, racer species.
That one's sweet too.
Yeah.
So this is what you're talking about with the heavier pattern.
Yeah, this one's got more pattern on it.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I really like the line on this one.
Yeah. That one, he's got some nice ones. That one's really nice down there. This one's super nice. This one's like a dark blue.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's like a darker blue.
Yeah,
And
that is
then
cool.
This one's probably like a real dark blue here.
That's cool too. They're all waiting on some food, aren't they?
Oh yeah. Plus, I've been power feeding them because
Breeding
he's
season.
getting ready. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
But they can get pretty beefy, dude.
Yeah.
They can get thick.
How many eggs do these have?
Oh my god, dude! They can have up to 34 eggs.
Are you serious?
35 eggs, yes.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
What do you
Typical
incubate these at?
Same 80. I do
Okay.
everything here at 80.
What were you saying?
Um,
We're talking about the egg amount.
oh, these ones are probably like more like 15 to 24.
Still a lot.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think last year I produced like a little over 200.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. Want to take this one outside too?
Sure.
Let's do it. So you said this girl is like one of your original Barons?
Yeah, an OG one from my buddy Chris Sharp.
That's awesome. She's probably produced a lot for you.
Oh, yeah. God, how old is this snake? I think I got her in 2015.
Wow.
Yeah. 15, 16, something like that. I think it was 15.
Is she captive bred?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. She is crazy looking.
She's like squeezing my arm, dude. Like, what's up, girl? What's going on? It's just me. In the shade, it looks super blue, and then
Yeah. Can you turn her so people can see like the difference in the shade of the light? Yeah, it's like a dark blue to like a, I don't know, what's that color? What's that college Michael Jordan went to? It's like a
Oh.
baby blue, like the North Carolina college that
Oh, yeah.
Michael Jordan went to. Space Jam, don't sue me. But it's like a nice baby blue. Yeah, that's cool. That's nuts. All right, so I wanted to spotlight this cage that you have her in. And was this made by the same company?
This is Tamara Designs.
Okay, so
It's
different, and it came with the
different.
background?
Yeah, so I picked out. You can pick out the backgrounds. Forgot the website that you go to, but it's an actual photograph in Argentina, where these snakes are from. So I just found that picture and I said, "This is the one I want for my background," and they put it on there for you.
That's amazing.
And it's printed directly to the PVC.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's not something that's like a film
No,
on top or
no,
anything.
it's
That's
directed
cool.
directly, yeah, to the PVC. Really cool.
That is
Love
an
this
amazing
cage.
setup.
I just got one mister in here, just one up top in the center there.
Okay.
But
So occasionally some humidity can come in.
once a day it mists, yeah, which they really don't probably need that. But I was running misters through all this. These other cages that are more tropical have two in each
Okay.
one, which 4 nozzles though. But yeah, man. So I was just trying to replicate where they're from.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
And they're very arboreal, so
yeah.
it's cool to see them, moving around on these branches and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is absolutely amazing.
I love it. Thanks.
All of these are really cool. Yeah, that's cool. One of the best looking like arid setups that I've seen.
Yeah, thanks,
Yes.
bro.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and she's usually always out chilling, dude, on that thing a lot of the time.
They're great
so.
display snakes.
Yeah.
I'm noticing that as they're all out.
Yep.
All of them.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Got the same thing over there, just a little smaller. These are
Yeah.
5-foot cages, 4 foot tall, 2 foot wide, and these are 4 by 4 by 2.
They're cool.
Yeah.
I like this big base that stands them up too.
Yeah, it's empty space. What I should have done, if I thought more correctly on it, I mean, I do like this setup a lot. I would have double stacked them and did more. I would have done 2 of these ones. It would have been.
So you could
8
fit
foot.
more of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would have had one on top, one on the bottom, one on top, one on the bottom.
Okay.
You could even do like a smaller one, not as tall on the bottom for maybe the males.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. That way you wouldn't be climbing a ladder to get to some of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that'd be a pain, but
the original thing is these cages had drains inside.
Mm-hmm.
So what I was originally going to do was just put potted plants in there in the pots, and then just whenever they crap, I was just going to put a bucket underneath, open up the drain, and just spray it out to clean it. But I ended up going this route. I just like the way it looks better, the natural bottom and everything, the substrate and stuff.
These look amazing.
So.
All right, so Browns, Barons, Racers. Or Brown Barons Racers. I added an extra S in there.
Yeah. Come out that way. There you go. Yeah, be fast.
These are actually sweet looking.
Yeah.
What would you say that people ask you about the most? The blues?
Yeah, mostly the blues, but I have a lot of people interested in these too.
I think these are cool. I like earthy tones.
Which, if anybody wants them, I do have some available. I'm so bad about posting stuff for sale.
Would you say the best place to ask you is like Instagram?
Yeah.
DM you?
Yeah, Palm Beach Colubrids. Just send me a message on there. It's usually what I'm on the most.
Yeah, go get some of these because they're beautiful. Yeah, these are cool.
Yeah, I really like these a lot.
I think these are super underrated.
Yeah. Have you seen the ones that are all black?
No.
They're like melanistic?
No.
There's a couple of them floating around, but I don't think they're in the U.S.
That's insane.
Completely black, dude. They look awesome.
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
So it's like if you bred like a blue to a brown, what would you get?
So I know these. I know where these came from. They came from a friend of mine, and so basically these would be het blue.
Okay.
We didn't know if it's recessive or not, but let's just say it was het blue. So I bred a brown to a blue, and I've got greens, blue, and brown.
Okay.
Out of the same clutch.
That's insane.
So it was only like 1 blue or whatever it was, 1 blue, 2 blue, but it kind of seems like it worked like a recessive.
Okay, so like
blues,
green
blues
probably would be
recessive.
recessive too.
Yeah. No, well, I think green and brown are dominant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's crazy. She's cool looking. Female?
Yes, this is a female.
Nice.
Mm,
Yeah, she's sweet looking.
yeah. Yeah, they're cool.
They're super cool. Do some bird eating snakes?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's do some. I guess we could start. Let's see. This guy, he's my original OG guy. This one here, he's old, dude. This snake's, God, dang, this snake's 2013 or 14. But he's produced so many babies. This is what started the lavenders.
He's cool looking.
Yeah, he's like got a lavender color.
He's got a. Is he a shed?
No.
It's almost like a bluish gray.
He just shed, yeah.
We were just talking about how you don't see blue snakes very often.
If you take him outside too, I mean, I'm sure his color's gonna look even better.
Let's do it. You want to do it?
Yeah. But he looks like porcelain. He's getting old too. This is an old snake, man.
You can tell, but he looks good.
Yeah, yeah. He's just not as like bulky as he used to be. He used to be a lot like more muscular and stuff, I feel like. But I mean, look at the color of that thing, dude.
That is insane.
See all the peach hues and everything on it?
Yeah, you totally can.
Like in the lavender color in there. I don't know. I ask people what they see, and I always get different.
I see lavender.
I see people tell me blue. Some say
I see peaches,
lavender,
like some
peaches,
yellows.
Yellows. That's what I see. Yeah.
The blue is weird. It's like a grayish, bluish, light purple almost.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah. That is a cool snake. It's weird how variable these are. Yep. So these just pop out all looking different?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I've made some that look similar to him. Maybe, they change throughout their life. And he's looking really lavendery right now.
Has he changed?
But yeah, they change a little bit. Even as they're older, they gradually change a little bit. But he's looking like almost more lavendery even now.
So where are these from?
These are Costa Rican animals here.
Okay, because there's very little information about these.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
So they go all the way down into Panama, and they stop at, I think, like around Brazil.
That's cool.
But
so they have a wide range.
And then they have different subspecies that go up into Mexico.
They have some big old eyes.
Yeah, they're all derpy looking.
Yeah. That's cool. That's awesome. Are they rear fanged?
No.
No,
but they have super sharp razor teeth, man.
Really?
I mean, they will slice you open. A friend of mine, Rhett, his girlfriend, they were in Costa Rica and they got one, a wild one that they caught, and it was chewing on his girlfriend. She just let the thing chew on her, and she needed stitches.
Really?
Yeah. It sliced her open. Dude.
That's gnarly.
And I know they're bad because I've gotten bit by these. Look at that. Doesn't it look like porcelain?
That does look wild, yeah.
The males, well, let me go with that story. Where was I going with that?
You were talking about the teeth and your friends that went to Costa Rica.
Yeah, so I know from experience getting accidentally bit by these, trying to feed them. Dude, like you pull back, it just leaves like a razor blade cut on you, man. I mean, it's the sharpest teeth I've ever.
You think it's because they have to grab birds?
Probably.
Stuff that's going to get away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. To hold on.
Yeah.
I've seen these pictures of these guys in videos, actually, of my buddy Mike's friend that he knows from, I think, vet school or something, sent me a video in Costa Rica of one eating a bat.
That's cool.
Yeah. I was meaning to post that video too. I still have it in my phone. I just gotta remember to do it.
These guys are over there getting after it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Catching bats. That is wild.
Seen them. Quetzal, owner of Reptilandia, sent me a video of one eating like some kind of tree rat thing.
That's crazy. So these guys are pretty, they're not picky.
No, I think they eat, whatever they can get, kind of.
That's awesome. Are you mostly feeding them birds?
They're not eating. Yeah, mostly birds, but I will feed them the occasional rodents.
Okay, cool.
Too.
And they don't care.
No, some of them, they don't seem to like the rats as much. Some of them, they just totally turn their nose up to it, but they'll eat a mouse.
Interesting. So maybe it's more similar to something that's native to them.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you would think so.
Maybe. I don't know.
Something they don't like about it. What it is, I'm not sure.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is the one people are like, is that real?
This one's the daughter of the male we just saw.
Yeah. She's a F2.
She looks
See if
completely
I can
different.
get her out of there.
I could see that being an issue with this wonderful setup you provided. Oh, so she's in the bottom, and that's a male up
There's
top.
two. Oh yeah, that's a male up top. That one's I got from Roy.
Okay.
That's a Jason Hoodline animal. Beautiful.
I was thinking that was her at first. So
Yeah.
she's down there.
There's another female down here that's red. Yeah.
Oh, and you're doing 1.2s.
Yeah, I got 1.2s in here.
That's cool.
Just because I want to breed that red into the lavender line.
That's cool.
Come on.
These are doing that slow tongue flick like us below.
Yep. Let me see. I just don't want to get bit because usually you can tap the food on them and they eat it. So let me see if I can get her to move out.
Okay.
Well, she's very similar.
Yeah. Yeah, she has a similar look.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to be identical. They're not really identical because sometimes they just some have more yellow, some have more of the, just whatever color that they express. But this is definitely lavender in there. It still has the lavender hues in there. I mean, I can tell looking at the snake that that's his daughter.
That's cool.
She's a big girl.
Just want to feel what they feel like.
Super smooth. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the males have the keeled ridge down the back.
Okay.
So they're sexually dimorphic. You can look at an adult male, and they'll have like these 4 or 5 ridge lines that come down the back, keeled scales that run down long ways. Only the males have that, and the females have like a very slight. You can see a little slight keels on the rows, but it's definitely a lot less pronounced than the male.
So you could kind of like visually sex them.
Look at that one. See it by his tongue?
I do.
See the ridges?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. It's just a super sharp keeled scales.
That's wild.
Yeah, I think it's 5.
I see the rows.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the rows. It's like 5 rows or so.
It's wild. I like what this one's doing with the tongue flicking. It's very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, she's a beauty. They do feel cool too.
Yeah.
They're very smooth.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very cool.
We can get that one out too.
Cool. That one's a cool. I like these orange looking ones.
Everybody loves the red ones the most, and I like the yellows the most. I think the yellows are my favorite.
Cool.
I do like the reds though too. I love them all. What the hell? Who am I kidding?
I was gonna say you're breeding them, so your opinion is what matters because you're the one that's gonna decide what gets produced. I don't even know anyone else that has these.
I'm gonna produce more of the reds, I think, because that's just what everybody wants.
Yeah.
I
like this color too. I see why they like this.
Yeah, I mean it's beautiful. There's no doubt about it. All right, their tail, dude. They got like that prehensile tail. It just wraps everything, dude. Oh, there it is.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, pretty snake.
It's wild how the color changes from top to bottom, and yeah, that's a cool snake for sure. Want to take him outside?
Sure.
Cool.
I got a guy who lives in Panama. I met at Daytona, and he's trying to get me some catch some wild caught ones.
Yeah.
I think he's got to do like a program where he breeds them, and then he can send them out. So I'd like to get some new, fresh blood.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's cool looking outside.
Yeah.
They have such wild colors.
Yeah, it's crazy, the combinations and the brightness.
I literally, like I said, don't know anybody else working with these. They're cool, and I like how they're kind of slow moving too.
Yeah. Get it in the sun.
Is this about like adult size?
Yeah, it's about. It might get a little bit bigger. This snake's young. What is this one? I think this one's going on 4.
Okay.
But this is a male. You can see feel those rows. You can feel them. They're almost kind of sharp.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very distinct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. It's almost like someone just ran threads through his back. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We got a bunch of babies in there too. I'll show you what a baby looks like.
I would love to see that.
But they look nothing like this.
Really?
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean they're brown and cryptic looking, like camoed out. They don't look like much of anything.
Really?
Yeah, anything special anyways, and then they just go through that crazy color change.
That's insane.
But Costa Rica. This one's cloud forest. I try to keep the males separated for some time of the year because they'll just breed the hell.
Okay.
Breed the hell out of the females. I got to separate them.
Okay.
So I try not to keep them together all year. Hopefully he's not in shed. You like this one or the red? You like the red better still?
I actually really do like this a lot. That is very cool.
Is that not a beautiful?
That is, it's wild. It's almost like a Boega divergence.
Mm-hmm.
The way that you got the blues and it's mixing them with that yellow.
So this one came from pairing a red with the lavender.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. There's a lot to be done with these too.
Oh yeah.
These seem like kind of like a line breeding project.
They
You
are.
can kind of pick a
Yeah,
look
yeah,
and
that's
just
what I've been
slowly
doing.
go for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I love these slow tongue flicks too. That's awesome.
I just love this color, dude. Like, what the hell?
That's amazing.
Isn't that just crazy looking?
It is
dude?
crazy.
Take this guy outside.
Yeah,
let's go take this one out.
He is cool looking.
Yeah. Like a bluish kind of color too with the yellow, yellowy green. Neat. Yeah.
That's.
I mean,
She
here,
said
maybe,
this one's like a hypo-ish look.
yeah. I mean, it's in shed right now, so it's not looking all that great.
Significantly lighter.
Normally, those yellows are like crazy, freaking nice and bright, and the whole color's, you know, a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in shed. What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do? She looks very hypo.
I mean, sorry,
Yeah.
not she. He.
Sorry, bro.
I'm messing. I'm
misgendering
you. Yeah.
My bad, dude. Yeah, I definitely see what you mean. It looks very hypo-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got like a
Definitely lacking
weird
some
color
elements.
tongue too, like a purpley tongue kind of too.
Yeah, it looks actually really cool in shed too.
Anywho,
that's really cool. I will have to come back to see that.
Yeah,
in
you
shed
have to come
sometime.
back.
Yeah.
Shucks.
Oh man.
Shucks. And then this is another one that I held back here. This one's kind of cool.
Sweet.
Oh, that one's going in shed too. That's from a lavender.
They've synchronized.
Yep. Dang it.
That's cool. That one's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool look to it.
It's got some cool colors in it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I can't tell right now too much, but
no, it looks pretty cool still.
Of course, I got a honeycomb female. She's in shed, but let's see. What do we got? We got some other ones. These are the ones everybody really likes over here. They like these a lot. And of course, they're usually always out, and they're not out this time. Usually
we have so many animals
usually
with
one's
good behavior.
Chilling right here, and one's chilling right there. Yeah. Let's see.
When they pair up, are they typically like perched up when they're paired? I mean, when they're mating?
Yeah, they're usually either on the ground, coiled up over there, or hanging from the tree, tails locked up.
Okay.
So here's
it's like a human hide you got.
This is This is a female. I got some eggs from her last year.
Awesome.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, she's pretty.
Yeah, she's pretty. Her, and then he's really cool, orangey blue. Let's see, he might be going in the shed.
I like how he looks a lot.
Yeah, he's really nice too. Everybody loves this guy.
Yeah, I like how he looks.
I'll just clean up later.
That's cool.
But yeah, this is a pair right here.
That's awesome.
I'm hoping they breed. He's going in the shed, it looks like. He's a little muted, his color. Usually he's pretty bright.
Yeah, I like his look a lot.
Yeah, he's more orangey,
Yeah.
like orange.
Look at that.
Where she's more
what a
red.
Good shot.
These are both ones that I produced.
Nice.
Yeah.
So both F1s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was assuming you started with
well, the red one is F2.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Most of the people, if I show them these, have no idea what they are.
No.
I'm sure that's your experience as well.
Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of people on my page, I think, probably follow me because of these a lot, and the king rats. But I don't know if they don't know them. But a lot of people do say, "Oh, what snake is that?" And I'm like, "They're bird eaters."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, I've never seen that." But
These are super unique. Yeah.
Take these out or what?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, you want to? She looks different.
This looks completely different.
Yeah.
So this is like almost like a grayish, reddish look.
Yep.
That is so cool that there's just so many different types of these. That's insane.
Yeah.
And that sometimes they're curled up on the ground, sometimes they're perched up.
Yeah.
That is cool.
A lot of the times they're up on the branch, but
amazing.
Yeah.
She's cool looking.
She is cool.
That's awesome.
I need her to give me some babies this year.
Let's go.
Last year I didn't get any from her, so this year I'm planning on it. But I really wanted to show you. Oh my god, I got to show you this one.
Okay. Absolutely.
They're all so cool, man. I love them. This guy comes out morning and afternoons, dude.
Okay, so he's like on a schedule.
Like on a schedule,
guy.
Dude. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, this guy. He is an F2 of the lavender. But he's way more yellow.
Yeah, he has a lot of yellow.
A lot of yellow. I mean, I love this snake, dude. But he's still young yet, so I think he's gonna get more probably lavendery blue kind of looking. But
you think so?
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. He's still changing.
He's nice looking. I like how he looks.
Yeah. But these are kind of like my favorite color looks.
I see why. This looks really cool. Especially with the nice yellows.
Mm-hmm.
I like a nice mix of the blue and the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that look, man.
That's amazing. He's beautiful. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. This one's gorgeous too. And this is a Jason Hood animal too.
Nice. I like the orange on this one.
Gorgeous, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Which I want to pair the hypo to this one.
Okay.
This is the one I want to pair the hypo with and hold
that would
back
be interesting.
all those babies. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool animal. Male or female?
This is a female.
Okay.
Yeah, the hypo's a
sense,
male. Yeah, but I mean, dude, those oranges are sick.
Is that hypo old enough to breed yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's younger. She's 3.
She might not
She's
be
gonna
old
be 3.
enough.
Yeah, she's close. That's not like I'm like, she probably could, but
always better to be safer with the females.
Yeah. I don't want to. I mean, she's probably because she's pretty long, dude. She's just a little thinner, but when I got her, she was a little thinner too. This isn't one I produced. I got this from Alejandro.
Yeah.
And
that tail.
Yeah, I mean it's gorgeous. It's a freaking gorgeous snake, dude. Like Jason Hood had really nice animals to start with. So some of the stuff that comes out of his stuff is just amazing, dude.
She certainly is. This is the one you're picking up?
Yeah.
So this female gave you 3 clutches in 1 year.
3 clutches, dude.
She's beautiful.
She's gorgeous. She's big too.
You can see why.
You can see why she can do 3 clutches, dude.
Yeah, because she's just got enough size
to
recover quickly.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And how many eggs did you say these have?
They can have like, typically it's like, I get like 10, 11.
Nice.
And then sometimes it's more like 13 to 15. But typically it's like 10, 11 for whatever reason I usually get.
You could end up with like 30 eggs a season. You had 1 triple clutch, not that it would do that every year,
yeah.
Wow. She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
How old would you say this girl is?
I think she's 2020.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think
she's got a lot of mileage left on her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Colors are stunning.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And she's a big girl, dude. She's almost as big as like some of my males.
Yeah. So the males are typically bigger in this species?
Yeah.
Okay.
From what I've noticed.
Okay. How long would you say they get about? I'm not good
6
with.
feet is
Yeah. Okay.
about probably.
I'm usually guesstimating stuff
Yeah, I
myself.
thought
So.
maybe 7, but I think 6 is probably more accurate.
Okay. Yeah, these are cool.
They have a super long tail, skinny tail too. That goes. So.
Yeah, they do. People think like when they hear 6 feet, they think like a boa or something.
Yeah.
But these 6 foot is pretty manageable.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Not that they don't need that space because they're moving
Yeah.
around, but man, this is cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're right. It does look like porcelain. It really does.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's insane, dude. It doesn't look real to me. It's like
Like a
it looks like
ceramic animal. Yeah.
yeah, and it looks like the colors is like it looks like something you would draw on a computer freaking program or something.
That's true. This is
Like who would ever
haters will
think?
say it's AI.
Yeah, like who would think?
Yeah, you wouldn't. You wouldn't think a snake would be
Yeah,
what, blue and orange and red?
dude, look at these random orange scales, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It does. It's crazy. It is crazy.
Mine are so bad. They're so mean. Have you seen a mean one yet?
Not yet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Those eyes are gnarly. They're cool. They're big.
Bug
That's
eye,
cool.
dude.
Yeah, that's awesome. They're very derpy, like
All
you
the
said.
better to see you with.
Very cool. Yeah.
I love their scales on the top of their head too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, got like a plate of armor up there
Yeah.
though, and large scales.
Yep.
That's another similarity to like scrub pythons.
Yeah.
That's cool because
Yep.
no one has seen these snakes anyways. That's super cool.
There should be a lot more cool stuff coming down the pipe, man, with all the holdbacks and stuff.
I have to keep an eye on you.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's crazy looking, dude. Never seen one this color.
This is a female.
No, this is a male.
This one's a male.
3 years old.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's like salmon color, dude. It's wild. I think this thing's going to be beautiful as it ages and really comes into its color all the way.
That's cool. It has some nice colors now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Crazy looking, dude.
Oh yeah. That is insane.
Holdbacks from that one. These are babies here. So this is from that. Remember that really big female that dropped the 3 clutches?
Yep.
This is one of her babies here.
Oh, they're way different looking.
Yeah. But you can already start to see it down here. I'm seeing some reds.
This reminds me
Oranges.
of like an Amazon tree boa change.
Yeah.
That's a cool look. It's like brownish, and then
They remind me of the eyelash vipers.
that's a better
Yeah.
comparison because it looks straight up like one.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a better
Especially when they
comparison.
flatten their head.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's super cool.
But these little ones, they're so flighty, bro. They'll just fly right out of your hand. They'll jump, dude, right off you like a spring, dude.
Are they really prone to bite you too, or just
The
run?
babies are usually a little bit more, but
Little
once you
more
hold
so,
them like
yeah.
this for a little bit, they calm down.
That's cool.
But I mean, I got one over here that's really, really nice too. Oh, I didn't even show you the other ones over there. Gosh, I got so many nice ones over there too. This is a super pretty one. Yeah, this one's gorgeous, dude. This was from a red to a red. One of my reds to one of Roy's that are from Jason Hood's line reds, which I have over there, which we didn't bring out as one of my favorite pairs.
So when you
But you
look
can-
at the babies, what do you look for when you're picking like really good holdbacks and stuff you think will look good later?
So you can't really determine, dude. I just picked the ones that I feel like are the biggest and eating the best, and like this one here, you can see the color already. And you don't see color usually at this age. You see it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You see it? Yeah. Usually you don't see it, and we're seeing it already, and these aren't even a year old.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I think these are going to be sick.
Yeah, they're gonna be cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
With the pairings you're doing, you kind of know they're gonna be
Especially,
nice anyways.
yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing is the ones you pair together that look the best. And, I mean, you never know. It can throw out anything, honestly. You just never know. These are all first time pairings, so I don't know. I mean, got all of these, dude, are all bird eaters that I held
Dude.
back. Yeah.
I bet. I mean, I don't know if this is true or not. If you looked on Morph Market right now, could you find a single one for sale?
I think so, but it's from my line.
Oh, okay. It'd be
Yeah.
either from your line or would it or Wild Caught's even
Um,
available?
Not really.
No.
No. Well, Costa Rica's closed. I guess you can get some with special permits probably out of Mexico, but it's going to be a different subspecies. And then, yeah, they're just really hard to get. I'm trying to get those ones out of Panama. If the guy can do the captive born breeding thing, he's licensed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Good luck with that.
Yeah,
That'll
we'll
be
see,
awesome.
man. We'll see. Which I like. This is a female.
Like
Dirt, dirt.
derping it on the glass right
Dude, he's in
there.
shed, but this one is red, bro.
Oh wow,
Like
he looks crazy.
I produced this one. He's probably one of my favorite of the red ones. He's
Whoa,
like super red,
looks
but
purple and shed.
he's
Straight up.
deep in shed, but I mean it's like a blood red. Like it's not orange, it's freaking red, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You could tell he's vastly different.
Mm-hmm. He's
I would love to see that skin peel off. That's cool.
Yeah.
Can you show me the rhinos real quick?
Sure.
So rhino rat snakes. From what I know about these, they go from like eating fish when they're younger.
Yeah, a lot of people start them off on fish, but they'll put like a live pinky in a cup with fish, like a live what do they call them, rosy reds?
They scent it,
Huh?
basically scenting it.
Scenting it, yeah. So they put it in like a little guppy. I don't know if the rosy red that they're referring to as the fish, and just with the pinky, or I don't think they're calling the pinky a rosy red. So, but anyhow, they put the fish and the pinky together, and then eventually it eats the pinky and gets onto the pinky.
Okay.
But I know other people they just tease feed them, like I
Yeah.
do with my bird eater sometimes, and they can get them just to go straight to the pinkies. But I hear sometimes they can be a pain in the ass, but I'm kind of used to that sometimes. So
Yeah.
I'd like to give it a shot. And I love the snake. That they're so cool.
Yeah. Good luck with them. They seem very chill. They're not
Yeah.
even caring too much their manure or
No,
boredom and stuff like that.
nah, they're super chill.
That's cool. So you said this is an Amazon puffing snake?
Yep.
Do they always puff up?
No, I mean you got to kind of get them. Mine are kind of used to me, so she might do it, but they kind of know me pretty much now. So
It's just
they don't
defense
really,
mechanism.
Yeah, so unless they feel threatened, they're not going to do it probably.
Right.
I just don't. I just want to be able to get her. Don't go in there. All right, yeah, come that way. There you go, girl. Oh, there we go. I got a bigger. The male's bigger, and I raised him up both from a baby, but I got it as a wild caught male.
Mm-hmm.
This one's from Roy.
That's cool.
She's doing really good. I tried to pick out the most yellow one that he had.
Yeah.
He had some that had like a little red hue to them.
Okay.
We weren't sure how they were going to turn out, but I'm looking for more of that yellow. I don't know what it is. I just like that yellow a lot.
I like that too. Yeah, that's nice. Another snake you never see.
Yeah, they remind me of a cross between a tiger rat snake and the bird eater.
Okay.
It's like a right in the middle, like almost like if you crossed them.
I could see that comparison as far as how they look.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're referring to? Or the behavior
How
too?
their behavior too, how they look and their behavior.
Okay.
Of course, these guys get massive.
Yeah, they do get big, right?
Yeah, they get big.
They're so calm they don't want to puff at you, and that's okay.
Oh, baby, oh.
Yeah, you could do it. We'll just pretend that it's the snake.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I wish I could pull out that other one, but he's in that cork tube. I don't think I can get him out. He's bigger. He's got a really nice jet black tail.
Cool.
He's like kind of like yellow bands on him and stuff. He's cool.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know they varied like that much. That's the look you're describing is what I'm used to seeing with them.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this look existed that you're holding right now.
They have reds and greens.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Jason Hood's got some sick ones, dude.
That's cool. That's a beautiful animal too. That's really cool. Oh. These are, you said Veracruz locality?
That's correct. Yep, Veracruz, Mexico.
That's cool. So how many types of tiger rats are there that we have? Is it just Guyana and Veracruz?
No, Nicaraguans.
Okay.
So you have Mexico, Nicaragua, Costa Rican. What else you got? I think those are probably the main ones. Oh, Guyana, Shield.
Is this one Guyana over here? This one that's in this enclosure? Or
No,
another
that's a Veracruz. That's one of the babies from
So you
this.
just have Veracruz.
Yeah.
That's something I like I told you, I'd always seen the Guyana in person. So this is my first
they're
time seeing the
darker.
Veracruz.
Yeah, the Veracruz have more yellow, and then of course you get the which ones? I don't know why I can't think of the name. It's another Mexican locality.
Okay.
What the hell, dude? Why can't I think of the name?
See the
They're like the crown jewel of the tiger rat snakes. Super yellow. Tamaulipas.
Okay.
Tamaulipas.
That's cool.
They're amazing.
Yeah, these are cool snakes.
They also go for like, I don't know, like 3,500, 4,000 each or something.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the baby. One of the babies I've been raising up.
I like this one.
Yeah.
All right. So you have a really cool building here, Jonathan. What can you tell me about the actual building and just the setup and everything?
It's a 25 by 50. It's 1,250 square feet. We did foam insulation. It's a closed cell foam. Really good for insulation. I think it's like 2 inches thick. They make two different types, but this is the closed cell. It's waterproof. No water gets in. So if there ever is a leak, nothing's going to absorb into it. It's just going to push the water off.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just did LED lights, did the epoxy floor.
Yeah, it's very clean looking and functional.
Yeah. Got the cleaning station. That's amazing.
What did you have in mind when you were like designing this?
I put all the outlets up high. I wanted an open floor plan, and of course now I have all this stuff in the middle here. But I wanted to have a lot of space and room to work.
Well, it's good to have extra space in case you have to put something in the middle.
Yeah.
In case you have a bunch of holdbacks that nobody else has.
Like Eventually these are old cages. This whole wall's new over here.
Okay.
So those are probably going to go eventually. And because I have the other building, I'd like to really make that like my hatchling grow out room, and then have this
and
just
open this back up.
Yep, open this back up and have this mostly just like all my adults and stuff.
Nice.
So, because I don't want it to be too cluttered. Like I didn't want it with all this here, but it's necessary at this point to have it like this. So until all those holdbacks get older and I can produce the visuals that I want, all this stuff has to stay.
That sounds good to me. Yeah, for sure. So it's like you said, it's spray on insulation.
Yep.
Somebody came and sprayed it on, and then you painted it.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
That's super cool, and it works really well.
Yeah, I keep the windows cracked, so when the AC kicks on, it just pulls some fresh air in. It's set at 80 degrees, and it barely runs.
Okay.
So it's pretty efficient.
Yeah, you said you're running ambient and then just supplemental heat for the babies because you're feeding them all year.
That's it. Yep.
Nice.
Only rack with heat on it, and everything else is just ambient. I've always done it that way. I'm sure it wouldn't hurt probably to put basking lights or heat on some of these, but I don't really know that it's necessary.
If an amp broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Awesome.
And then, the more you're heating stuff, then the more you have, God forbid, a fire or something like that, malfunctions and stuff.
Yeah, that's a big problem with electric. Yeah.
That scares the hell out of me. So that's the main reason why I want to stay away from it.
Scares me too. And then you could have possibilities of getting like slugs and stuff like that from overheating stuff too, probably.
Probably. Yeah. Probably could.
Yeah, fire's a lot worse than slugs, but still.
Yeah. For damn sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But and then I run a fan in here usually constantly just to circulate air.
Yeah, and I see you got like a shipping station over there. You've got sinks and everything. It seems very smart the way that you planned this and laid it out.
Yeah, after years of doing it, you kind of know what you want. But then even when you set it up like this, it's like,
What's some stuff you would have did differently?
I I don't know, man. I'm trying to think.
I mean, it's awesome, to be honest.
Yeah.
If there's nothing, then that's totally okay too. 'Cause it
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Maybe more outlets. Probably
Okay.
more outlets. You could always add them now, but it was nice to spray foam it when everything was already piped and wired and everything and installed because you could just spray right over it. But probably more outlets. That's probably about it.
You
Just
did pretty
go
good then,
bigger.
because a lot of people have a lot more, stuff they would probably fix than that.
Yeah, well, I learned I didn't want to do any type of garage door or anything like that. I wanted the building to be secure. Nothing can escape. It's escape proof. Um, my other building out there has a garage door and there's gaps in the top. So if a snake did get loose, it could possibly get out.
Right, and that's a
So
problem. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. You don't want that happening. So everything here is secure. Nothing's getting out. If a snake gets out, I'll find it.
absolutely. That was smart.
So yeah.
Yeah, that was very smart.
I was worried about the insulation because I heard of stories of people having like humidity issues and like sweating on the metal and stuff like that. And when I talked to the insulation guys, they said like the beams that run up the side, the struts that come up,
Mm-hmm.
they hit that with a light coat, and that keeps it from sweating.
Nice.
So
Your
like,
guys knew what they were doing.
yeah, they knew what they were doing when they did this. You see how they put a coat on the metal, a small coat,
Yep.
so nothing sweats.
Yes.
So
That is
at
cool.
least on the outside, because where the sun hits the outside is where the heat and the cold would come together and make the condensation.
Ah,
But you don't get that on this.
that's
So
really
that
cool.
was something that I was concerned about, and that was the solution. So some people might not know that.
Yeah, that's good to know
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, very cool. Well, thank you
Yeah.
for having me over. Thank you for showing me your awesome building, your awesome collection. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun too.
Me too, man. No problem.
Yeah.
Good time.
So if we want to find you online, where can we find you at, Jonathan?
The best thing is Instagram, Palm Beach Colubrids.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So.
I'll find anything else you're on, like Morph Market, all that stuff, if you
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
I'll link all that stuff in the
All
description.
right, cool. Yeah, we do have a morph market.
But Instagram would be the best place because
Yeah.
it's not even going to make it usually to Morph Market, right?
Usually, yeah, the stuff that I have usually doesn't go to morph market.
Awesome.
Sometimes, but not really. Not
Yeah,
most
no,
of
it's
the
so unique. People are probably trying to snatch it up first. So,
time.
yeah, DM
Yeah.
them on Instagram, you guys. That's the easiest
Yep.
way.
Cool.
All right, Jonathan, thanks so much.
Yep.
And now, a quick word from our sponsors who make this channel possible. Thank you to all of our sponsors for your support.
B&S Reptilia is a family-owned company with a large variety of different species of snakes. They work with multiple blood python projects, some very rare locality and different species of boas, Sumatran short-tail pythons, Woma pythons, ball pythons, scrub pythons, Barron's racers, jungle carpet pythons, green tree pythons, a variety of different pine snakes, bull snakes, and they also are a cocoa supplier of a couple different brands, and they can make you a local cocoa supplier as well. So get in touch with Chris from B&S Reptilia. If you would like to be a cocoa supplier, go ahead and check him out on Facebook, Instagram, and Morph Market. We have linked those in the description below. And definitely go ahead and support him because Chris is one of the most supportive people in the reptile community. Janessa Mosley of JM Wildlife Arc breeds the most beautiful, high-quality boas that you could imagine. She has a high standard of ethics and care, and she is one of the most supportive people in the reptile community. If you want a boa, especially one that looks absolutely amazing, go ahead and follow her on Morph Market, JM Wildlife Arc, and give her a follow on Instagram as well at JM_wildlife_arc. Thank you so much, Janessa, for your support, and keep breeding wonderful boas.